I'm Shaista. What is the injunction of property? Injunction of property, that is, if the property is being trespassed, and if the property is being damaged by, and if the property is being confiscated, so to restrain that person, the injunction can be filed. And what is the how to prevent the destruction and damage and loss at the proper time, that how the property can be how the property can be to what is the ongoing damages and that can be restrained, and what is the destruction, what is the laws that occurring due to the injunction, and what is the liability, and what is the what is the calculation of the asset, and and what is the purpose of the injunction, what is the meaning of injunction. Take for example, if my property is being trespassed and I am being harassed by that is being an immovable property, that is that is a property that is attached to land, that is a property that is a immobile property. If that is anybody trespass that property, that it cause any kind of destruction, any kind of damage. So what is the what is the liability, and that first purpose is to stop destruction, first purpose is to stop trespass in the land. And what is the damages that is occurring, that is the damages that a person can file a complaint, and person can if a person can stop a destruction what is occurring in the property. So injunction can be filed, and this is a application that can be filed for injunction. Yes. And what is the parallel view of that parallel view, that is what is the parallel view, that what is the purpose, the purpose is to get what is the purpose is to stop undue taking the undue advantage, and stop the trespass of the land, and to take charge over the property. This is the what order that in the injunction that covers that the orders that stop the trespass over the land and stop the destruction. And what is the liability, that what kind of liability. Take an example, if a property is being as what the purpose of injunction is to file as soon as to file an injunction to stop for the destruction, and the stop for the damage, and stop for the loss. So otherwise to recover that all kind of loss and damage, it take requires time, and it requires much what the investment that is done, that to recover the loss, to recover the property, to recover the damage. That so injunction, the purpose of injunction is to prevent. First is the prevent. What kind of prevention? The prevention is better than cure. So the first purpose of injunction is to prevent loss. So take an example, if my property is being trespass, and I am being harassed, in many ways, and I am being suffering, so I should file an injunction as soon as possible. Injunction that nobody can trespass in my land, and nobody can harass me, and nobody can spoil my piece of land, and nobody can spoil my piece of prosperity and piece of yes. So injunction that can be core, and that can be injunction can be filed, and to stop any kind of destruction, any kind of damage, any kind of. So there is a interim injunction, there is a permanent injunction, there is a there is an injunction, that is a permanent injunction, there is an interim injunction, there is a temporary injunction. So it is very important that this the law that covers and the law that speaks that the property is a civil matter, and the property is also it covered in the civil aspect. So to filing an injunction, and a person can claim for the temporary as well as interim injunction and a permanent injunction. Take an example, interim injunction, that is as soon as a person can claim a relief, and a permanent injunction. So what a person is having a um, so that no person can take an example, if a person can confiscate any of the property, can able to sell and unsold the property, so that can be stopped, and no delay. And yes, that is a what is the what is the consequence, what is the hypothesis, that what is the um, bag and baggages of the injunction, that it speaks that there is a order that covers that orders that levy orders that stop undue advantage utilizing of the undue advantages of the any of the trespass of any of the private area of the land of the and stop nuisance in the land, and stop throwing nonsense and doing nonsense activity, so that can be stopped. And uh, that is a an order can be a order can be get that is liable to be followed by the those against whom that is be that against whom that against the respondents to whom that is being levied, or that any kind of penalty and a kind of punishment, any kind of penalty. So that should be stopped. Nuisance and stop destruction in the property, stop trespassing the property, and privacy of the land is very much important. So this is the uh, as far as property is concerned, this is covered as in the civil aspect. And yes, and this can be filed and claimed for that restrain a person who is doing nuisance, who is doing destruction in the property, who is doing trespass, because the purpose of injunction is to stop and to restrain who is doing illegal activity, and nonsense activity against the and again a private area private and not only that, the stop nuisance and stop destruction and stop harassing and stop exploitation, stop taking undue advantage, stop misbehaving, and stop undue taking the undue advantage of the land, and stop the whole of the restraint order can be given, can be taken, a restraint order can be taken, so that injunction is helpful in that way.